Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Hold on, I'm looking for something here. Okay, so one more time, because we always like to show that. One more time, our phone number and how to get in touch with the show. All right, there you go. Anytime you can contact that, 7 days a week, 24/7. We are looking, while I have you on this last part of the segment, considering we just finished up a local story, a North Georgia local story in our Lumpkin County. Remember, could you go, Josh, can you put up our website with all the counties and let me just show everybody there? Even if you're nationally, I mean, I tell you the one thing I really like is I get messages. We get messages here from all over the United States that they used to live here, they grew up here, and this is the way they keep, I mean, from Iowa, all over the United States. So it's great. So that's why I show this. If you'll look there, okay, we cover, and those are websites. We cover Gilmer, Fannin, Pickens, Union, Dawson, White, Towns County, Murray County, Lumpkin, which we did a story. We did a story yesterday from Towns, and we're going to follow up on that tomorrow. Lumpkin, where we just did a story there. Rabun County is new. We are looking for a reporter there in Rabun County. Then we have Cherokee County, North Carolina, and Clay County, North Carolina. We have two North Carolina counties. We are looking for reporters. We're looking for people. If you're retired, I have to say it like this. We're not a piece of garbage CNN network. There you go. Sorry about that. I can hear it myself. I don't know what happened there that made that do that. Okay, sorry about that, folks. We're not a rich, wealthy, lying network like CNN and MSNBC. We do not have the money. We know where we want to go with our network. So if you're retired, I'm not saying, well, will you work for nothing? But I'm saying, will you work for nothing and help? Hey, if you want to get the truth out, if you want to do research for the company, you want to help the company in any way, and there are paid positions, don't get that wrong, and you want to be a part of FYNTV.com or FetchYourNews.com there at home, we are looking for reporters, sports reporters, and people to help us do research. So those are the counties that we're in right now. Come back to us. Now, while I've said that, FYNTV.com if you want to do a show, okay? So tomorrow we're working with Candace, and I say it that way because Candace is an outstanding person, and she really is. She's just a wonderful lady, and she, I guess now 6 months ago, wanted to do a show, and she'll tell you she's never done this, okay? There was a time I didn't do this. In fact, I still don't know why the hell do I do this. But anyhow, 6 months ago, Candace said, I want to do a show, okay? So she started on the All-Star Political Panel, just getting comfortable. And then about 3 weeks ago, we started launching episodes, and she's working into getting it together, moving along with her show. If you said, hey, I want to do a show, okay, contact me if you want to do a show on FYNTV.com. Or if you have an idea for us to go do a show somewhere or interview somebody of interest. Do you know somebody of interest? Former CIA executive living in the mountains? Oh, I'd love to do that interview. Anyhow, so there you go. Now, we know, and let me just finish up here for the day because we're getting ready to do our sports. Oh, tonight you got a baseball game. Fannin Rebels, GAC, that's Greater Atlanta Christian from Norcross. GAC's coming to town tonight, 5 o'clock. I got a baseball game. Looking forward to that. Fannin Rebels are 5-1. This is not a sports segment. I'm just so excited about that game tonight. All right, so we know the media. We know the media and the celebrities. They've gone crazy. No, I got to get my tense correct. They've not gone crazy. They are crazy. I got to get a hold. I tell you, I got home late last night, so my heres and theirs and wins and whys, but they've gone crazy. Okay. Now let's say it's number 9. All right. Francis O'Rourke hires from former Obama top aide as campaign manager. Is Obama going to end up backing Francis? That's a question. Go to number 18, New York Times. Francis O'Rourke hires former Obama aide as campaign manager. Now, here's what happened. I'm going to give you this. Here's what happened. I like to break it down. This guy's out there, and excuse me, folks, for what I'm about. This guy's out there flailing his arms, okay? He's flailing, and he's jumping on counters, and he's walking, and he's flailing his arms, and he's going like this and like that. He's going, I think he's bringing in a plane, all right? Okay, but anyhow, so he's out there on the campaign trail flailing his arms. Okay, so now that he's out there flailing his arms, all right? You mean my mic? Like that. All right, there's something sensitive here. We'll change that today. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Our mic, there's something sensitive in the cord. I got to change the cord out today. Apologize for that. All this out. But O'Rourke's out there flailing his arms, jumping on counters. And if he plans to be, okay, they know that this time, not Obama 2008, right? Social media 2000, it's not even close to today. All right? Everywhere he goes, there's somebody in the crowd doing this. All right? Now, I watched Governor Brian Kemp. And I went to probably in his campaign 30 different events. And I met the young lady, and I actually know her by name, that worked for the DNC. And all she did, I think she was with the Georgia Democrat Party. But her job, and she got paid, was to go to every single thing Kemp did. I didn't care if he was having a coffee talk. Every single thing he did. And go like this. That's what she got paid for. Hold this phone up and go like that. All right? And O'Rourke, see, when Obama ran the first time, not that we didn't have video phones, but we didn't have Facebook Live. In 2008, when Barack Hussein Obama ran for office, we didn't have Facebook Live. You could not go in his rally and go like this live and then go like that. You couldn't do it. We didn't have any of that. We were not able to do, even in 2008, what we could do in 2019. It's enormous what we could do. The change in technology. So we know, you and I know, that Barack Hussein Obama was and still is an empty shirt. Always, he was created, okay, by the deep state. He was protected. He was circled. He had a circle around him of protection. All right, I'm just telling you, no problem whatsoever. Did he ever worry about getting one of those? Remember, the closest thing he came to something derailing him, who was it? Joe the plumber. Joe the plumber. When he wanted to spread the wealth, make it fair for everybody. Joe the plumber. That was big. That made Joe the plumber famous. There is a video or a recording of every single move they make now. So here's what happened right here, I'll tell you. Here you got O'Rourke answering a question, Hey, can you tell us how you feel about third trimester abortions? And the young lady that asked the question articulated a very good, detailed question. And he looked and he said, okay, her question is third, and said, I want to give the women the right to choose. Nowhere near the question he got from the lady in the audience, the reporter, nowhere near. Guess what? You and I were able to see that he didn't come anywhere close to answering it, and he doesn't know what to say. The other day, he was asked a policy question. He never knows what to say. And then, here's the kicker. This is why you see this today. Let me explain why you're seeing this right now from an aide as a campaign manager. Okay? Now, what did I tell you on this show? If you will Google this, you will see. When he ran in Texas, right? He did his thing. He flailed his arms. He only used one line. He never had any substance whatsoever. But guess what? We were running nationally. Claire McCaskill was losing in Missouri. We were trying to get Ron DeSantis in Florida. Brian Kemp here in Georgia over Stacey Abrams. All over the country. And then the House of Representatives. So there was a lot going on. So, you know, the media went down, circled O'Rourke, called him a rock star, you know, kept him away from real policy issue or answering any questions. And he was able to just fly around Texas and say what he wanted. And he had no real campaign manager telling him what to do. But nothing he said hurt him because there was no focus. Now, if he wants to be the top focus, he can't do the same thing. So what happened is Beto got in a little trouble, Francis Beto O'Rourke, right? He got in a little trouble because 2 days ago, or this past weekend, all right, he's not in a comic book. The guy's running around like he's a comic book hero. I swear to God. But what happened 2 days ago or a couple days ago? The Mueller report comes out. Exonerates the President of the United States, okay? Vindicates, not exonerates, vindicates the President of the United States. And they ask him a question. And he can't handle the answers. In fact, he goes as far in one of his answers is saying the world could end. I mean, he's got the world ending over this report. I'm serious, look it up. Beto O'Rourke says after Mueller report comes out, the world could end as we know it. I'm not joking. And after this past weekend, I think Obama's deep state team said, get somebody's ass in there to get him under some control, or we got a problem. Because I'm going to tell you, if they don't do this and start managing this guy, and that's what this lady, I forget her name here, that's what she's sent to do from Obama and the deep state. She is sent to manage him because they have about 30 days of him not knowing what to say, when to say it, and keep flailing his arms, all right, that he's done. I'm telling you, that's why they rushed in now. They're thinking, you know, this kid can't handle a single damn question from anybody without screwing it up. If this is going to be our Barack Obama that comes in vanilla, we need to get in there now and start managing this kid. So that's why they're rushing in. They're sending the team in to manage the kid. All right, that's my opinion. Now, when is the last time you heard Joe Biden's name mentioned? Crickets, right? Now, not that they're not saying Joe Biden, but since the Mueller report came out, have you heard from Biden? Have you heard from Obama? Have you heard from Hillary Clinton? Make an entire list of people you have not heard from that are very quiet. Just be quiet, they're being told. But Joe Biden, is he going to get in the race or not? He would be 80 if elected. Why do you think he was floating his Stacey Abrams, okay, Stacey Abrams campaign, vice presidential candidate on the ticket? Why? Because he's 80. Now, I want you to look this up because it's something, the Mueller report kicked this off the front page of the paper for me because it's my front page. Because, you know, I like to be correct on some things. Remember approximately a week, about 9 days ago, I came on the show and I told you, I said, you know what? What Joe Biden's doing with Stacey Abrams or somebody like that is he's making a deal that he will only run for one term. I said it first, folks, right here, that Joe would only run for one term. I got the proof and video to tell you. After I said that, about 4 days later, look it up, Google Biden's advisors, Joe Biden's advisors are talking to him about maybe coming out and saying he will only seek one term. Check it out. I love being correct. Hey, it's 9:53. It's time for North Georgia's. Now, I've got a lot going on today, all right? I'm going to have the video up a little later this afternoon. Let me make sure, picture-wise, I didn't miss anything I want to show you this morning, okay? I don't see anything right now that I want to show you. Let me see now. Oh, CNN has nothing else to do. It is out there today. We need to wait and see exactly what this comes up to. There is talk that number 29, White House backs full Obamacare repeal. That's coming from the Department of Justice. Number 31, Health Insurance Department of Justice at CNN urges court to end all of Obamacare. And what do they immediately go to? Number 32, Americans with pre-existing conditions. 52 million people, 27% of non-elderly adults would lose their health care over pre-existing conditions. So that's where they're starting today. You'll hear more about that. I'm your host, BKP. It is now time, right after I get off the air. You stay tuned right here on FYNTV.com for North Georgia's #1 sports show, Instant Replay. And I got a little part in that too. You might want to tune in. We talk about fan and baseball. I'm your host, BKP. Take us out of here, Josh. I will be back tomorrow morning, hopefully a little fresh, you know, with some rest.